Okay guys, I got 3 applications. It might be difficult if you don't speak Korean, because even with my sort of runabout Korean, I was having difficulty. And before you head over, make sure you have your documents prepared. Right now I have 3 photos, my passport, and my foreigner card here. It looks like you can bring a record of your entries in lieu of a foreigner card if you don't have one. I also printed out some study materials to study on the way. I'll go ahead and provide a link below to let you know where you can get it as well. So first, you'll fill out the application for the class. So in case they don't have an English version, this is where you're supposed to put your name. That's your phone number right in that box. This is your birthday right there. And I'm getting a class 2 license. And this means I agree. And this is the current date. And you just sign right there. And head to window 13 on floor 2. Okay, pretty simple. They'll give you this card once you give them your left thumbprint and you go into the education room. This might be because they're social distancing, but just go to the applicable desk number. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna fill out this application. It has 4 pages. The early areas I think you need to fill out, and I think the rest is for the officers. This seems to be a privacy agreement form, and I don't understand anything on this, so I'll just wait until someone can explain it to me. Alright, I got the certification. It's basically a 1-hour video that you have to take. It's all in Korean, there's no subtitles, but honestly there's nothing on there that you're gonna really need to know if you are an experienced driver already. But you should know it's 60,000 won and 15 points violation if you're using your cell phone. And it's 1,000,000 won violation fee for impeding on emergency vehicles like fire trucks. And you can get your driver's license suspended under 0.3 alcohol blood level, and 0.8 it will get canceled for driving under the influence. Another thing to note is that you cannot use your cell phone in there, and they come and check that you're paying attention and not sleeping somewhere around the middle. It started at around 9:20, but they were letting people in late up to about 5 more minutes. Now I'm at the basement floor for my physical examination. And the little clarification on the photos, you need 2 initially for the application. And then the third one they say bring when you've passed all the tests for your driver's license. So I paid 6,000 won for the medical examination, and they accept credit cards. Pretty straightforward eye examination. I failed the last line. I couldn't read it, but they tell me to go to the 2nd floor. Okay, so just grab a number from the middle right there, and then wait for your number to apply for the written examination. So this, all you need to do is just sign and date below, and that's it. It's only if you have a phone number. All right, so everything's pretty straightforward. I submitted my application, and I'm heading to the 4th floor to do the computerized test. It looks like I'll be turning to the right, and it's right there. Just to let you know, they have free Wi-Fi, and I've been waiting only about 5 minutes there. Really not much of a wait time at all. I passed! So for level 2, I think you have to score 60 points, and for level 1, you have to score 70. I got 81 points, but I really don't know how I got it, because I swear for half of them, I was just sort of guessing my best guess, but I've always been a good test taker. Definitely study the whole section on the signs, because that could be a little misleading. One of them, you just really have to read Korean. So I don't know how you would pass it without reading Korean, because it says only on public holidays you can park at this time. And the other choice is weekdays. So unless you read Korean, you wouldn't have known that. Other than that, the only other advice I can give you is in the beginning, they seem to give you a lot of questions about fines and regulations. And what I studied that was provided to me on the other guide was almost useless. Don't freak out though, because when you sort of get towards the middle, then you start getting the questions more on basic general safety that you should know if you're already a driver. So they give you 40 minutes, 40 questions. Don't take more than a minute on the first couple of questions, because you want to definitely try to answer the questions that you will know how to answer towards the end. You can always skip back to the ones in the beginning. So now I'm going to the second floor to schedule the driving course test, but they say they're backed up, so I might not be able to do it today. Almost noon, a bit more of a wait this time, but I think I'll get there maybe in 10 minutes because they proceed fast. What I gotta say is that people here are super friendly. They answer all your questions. But basically, I have to go to another driver's license testing facility because they're completely booked out at this office. If you want to pass it all in one day, I don't recommend that you come to the Gangnam office, although it's probably very convenient. I'm ending up going to the one in Mapo area by World Cup Road, and I have an appointment at 4 o'clock, so I have 5 hours to get there. By the way, when you come here, you can also exchange your foreign driver's license on the right-hand side of the entrance. The reason why I didn't choose to exchange my American driver's license for a Korean one is because one of the required documents is an apostille driver's license from your home country. So although it is technically possible to do it, it's very hard to do it because our State Department sucks, and the American embassy, unlike the other embassies, don't apostille your driver's licenses. So it'll require you to apostille it back home. And considering all that hassle and the cost, because I'm confident in my driving ability, I decided to just get one from scratch, especially because you have the added benefit of not having to deposit your American driver's license in exchange for the other one. Now, there is a limited number of countries that are able to exchange it. It's not every country. So definitely check the link that I will provide below to see if you're one of the countries that has an agreement with Korea to be able to exchange that driver's license. Another option is also to get an international driver's license in your home country if you're just out here for a temporary year or two. Something I just also learned from back there from one of the very friendly ladies is that although a class 2 regular driver's license will allow you to drive scooters under 125 cc's, she said you should check with your insurance company because they may not cover damages in the case you don't have a motorcycle driver's license if an accident does occur. Get off at World Cup Stadium. You'll be exiting 2, making a left, and going over the bridge. As soon as you cross the bridge, you'll be getting on bus number 8 by that little green sign there. Make sure you get on from the bridge side and not the opposite side. In case you don't have a GPS, we just made a right turn over there, and we'll be heading straight this way, and it will be the first stop after your first right turn. So it's about 3 kilometers down. We'll be making a right here, and this is when you'll want to click on the stop bell, which somebody already has. You get dropped off literally right in front of the testing facilities right there. I also noticed it in Gangnam, but they have a picture taking place here, which is about 10,000 won, and they even have driving schools here. They also have a photo booth that charges 12,000 won, located right out of the exit of World Cup Station. Driving courses are somewhere around $20 to $40, and they guarantee that you pass. For more details, you can check it out with them, but they say you have to sort of understand Korean because they don't have English-speaking instructors. So the setup at this place is a lot more simple. You have information as soon as you enter, and then you have a bunch of other things all located in the same floor. They told me basically 20 minutes before my test, which is at 4, just to head outside. And to the right, you can check out the other people doing the course while you wait. I'm sort of freaking out. The person right here that's in charge says around 8 out of 10 people are failing. That's pretty much the average. The course seems actually pretty tough, but I know that the hardest part is parking backwards, and you get a 10-point deduction each time you cross the line, and you have to score at least 80 out of 100. I failed it. I failed it on something that I would completely not expect to fail it on, and it's from the very